which we've seen this morning. Go to QVC.com to see items recently on air from what we've had from Belleek. But what I have for you here is this little village that I just wish I was in the middle of. I want to be transported to the grocery store or maybe the pub.
The pub, maybe.
Maybe the pub first. But this is decorated and it lights up. We'll bring down the lights to really show you that full effect in a moment. But if you've collected these, add to your collection. But definitely if you haven't started the collection, do it now because we've already sold out of 2 items that you brought to us from this collection. We are now down to that grocery store and the pub. You also have a great expiring offer today. $49.98 is your featured price, but that along with your Easy Pay, and you do have 4 months of $12.49 on Easy Pay, will not be here tomorrow. That goes away at the end of today, and you can only find this at QVC. It is exclusive to us, H214856. Patricia McCulley is back. Since 1857, that's 160 years, you have been bringing us these pieces.
Don't I look great for 160 years?
What cream are you using? It's the Anish body butter.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
But really, though, I mean, talk about how this generational family-run business keeps coming back doing these beautiful pieces year after year after year.
Yes, so 161 years in business, but yet the methods and traditions remain the same. And I suppose Belleek, for those of you who know it, it's a very small little village, so really the traditions have been handed down from grandfather to father to son, daughter. Like my dad has worked there, my husband works there, so it's great that these traditions get passed on. And like I said, the craftsmanship and the attention to detail remain the same.
We're going to go through a tour of these pieces, but let's start here. And I do want to remind you, you see the box. So this comes beautifully boxed if you are giving it as a gift, or a great way to store it when it's not being displayed. So this is going to be, is this the grocery store?
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Do we see? This is McNamara's pub.
Oh, that's the bar.
That's the bar.
Oh, okay, let's go in. Let's think about, this is the place where everyone goes to gossip.
They go, yes.
They go after a long, hard day of work, have some fun with their friends.
Yes, and after a few hot whiskies.
Is that what you have?
Yeah, this time of year.
Hot whiskey?
Hot whiskies.
What's in that?
It's some whiskey, some cloves, spoonful of sugar, and hot water.
Ooh, so warm up at the pub.
Warm up at
this
the pub.
This is so cute. So let's go through the details on the pub.
And if we just turn around the back here, you'll see, just so to create the heat here, we have the stack of turf or peat at the back door. So the turf has been cut and saved, and here it is stacked outside the pub. And if we keep turning, we'll see here the tree on the corner. This will be a familiar sight growing up the side of the pub. And there we have the lamppost as well.
So you're getting the pub, you're also giving us the batteries, 3 lithium batteries included, and it comes to you on a timer, these LED lights, and then this is Parian China. And then the next choice that I have for you, that's going to be the grocery store.
Grocery store, yes.
What is a traditional grocery store like this? Back in the day, what was it like?
A traditional grocery store, you went in, you had this big long counter and just this great big space at the front, but everything was behind the counters. You know, when I went in supermarkets, you can get everything, but the shopkeeper had to take everything off the shelf. She weighed out the tea and the sugar, even the sweets. But back in the day as well, everything was sold. Anything from, you get your sugar, your butter, you could get needles. This, as the saying goes, anything from a needle to an anchor.
Oh, a needle to an anchor.
A needle to an anchor.
You know, we've been hearing about the fishermen this morning. You have to have an anchor. And the needling to stitch our merino wool sweaters.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, this is so great.
So
and
that's where Barry came along to buy the needles for her to sew up a sweater.
Yeah, is that where Barry goes shopping? This is absolutely gorgeous. You can only find it here at QVC. I can't get over the price when you see the attention to detail. $49.98 on a special low price that goes away at the end of today. An Easy Pay of under $12.50. So let's bring down the lights and you can really see that soft, warm glow that pops through that translucent Parian china.
Yes, that really highlights it. Does this, 'cause Parian means translucent and marble-like. And once you hold it up to the light, or as you can see there with the light going through it, you can see that translucency, the beautiful cream colour. And if you notice both on the pub and the grocery store, the windows are quite small because back many years ago glass was so expensive, so that's why the windows were made smaller.
Oh, I didn't know
that. The lower windows like have the blinds on, and there's our Beautiful red colour there on the door. We have the fruit and vegetable outside there. You can see your apples and oranges outside the grocery store. And I think there's a bicycle at the side.
Yes,
so
there was a bike. Is that how you got to the pub?
Yeah, that's how you got
to the grocery store.
And to the grocery store.
To both.
But needless to say, after too many Irish whiskies, the bicycle was left.
I was going to say, can you get a BUI?
The what?
A BUI, bicycling under the influence?
Bicycle, exactly, yes.
Look at the details here. And I want to tell you, in terms of sizing, both of them stand around 4.5 inches. And that is, I'm sorry, you know what? I think that's the width, 4.5 inches as I'm looking at it. The height is about 3.5 inches on the pub. The grocery store, an inch less than that, at 2.5 inches. You'll want both. You can add to your village. If you want other pieces, you know what? I think I left my card somewhere else. I'll work on that. But we have an additional piece. The holiday houses are at QVC.com as well. Choice of a Victorian house or the toy store. So your item number here is H216785. $53 and change is what you'll pay. So these two on our featured price, the pub and the grocery store. But if you want to continue to add to your village, don't worry, even though we've sold out of some choices under the other item number, there are others that will work well and come beautifully boxed from Belleek at QVC.com.
And of course with the lighting as well, that you switch on your light and after 4 hours the light will go out.
So how do we work the timer?
So you just literally from the time you switch it on, it will last for 4 hours and switch itself off.
And all of these markings that you see underneath each one of our village pieces?
The trademark, without which none is genuine, and the little mark which you see there to the right of that trademark, that's the painter's mark. So each painter has their own individual mark, so that we know exactly who painted it.
And how many painters per piece touch these?
Well, 16 pairs of hands will touch each piece of Belleek, but then one painter will paint all of that. And as you can see there, the amount of detail, even on the Christmas tree with the little gold star. You have the holly around and the reeds around the holly reed there on the door, and the beautiful holly there across the front.
The Victorian house and the toy store as well on a featured price. That's an expiring offer. And these are new to your collection from Belleek. But here we're talking about this morning the pub or the grocery store. We're going grocery shopping and then to the pub later.
Yes.
Patricia, doesn't that sound like a lovely afternoon?
For the sugar and the cloves, and then off to the pub to get the whiskey
sorted out.
Sounds like
a plan.
Okay.
I'm going to come visit you and go do that with you sometime.
Yes, you do that, Christine.
H214856. I just have to convince my husband to take the kids for a week.
Of course. And come visit me in Belleek.
I want to give you the information for the additional choices.